This particular story touches my heart, and though it has been some 15 years ago, I want to share it with you because I think it highlights the importance of very attentive listening to help families with regard to beautiful communication. So here we go. I noticed the lady in the grocery store was leaning over the shopping cart, and I could tell she was carrying a heavy load on her shoulders, probably in her heart as well. I told her that I was a counselor, gave her my card, and didn't hear anything for quite a long time. And 2 or 3 months later, I received a call, and the lady said, "Dr. J, it is my daughter. We need help." The two of them came, made appointments, came to our home. And the teenage girl had begun the 12th grade, but had dismissed herself from the cheerleading squad, stopped going to school, and closed herself up behind her door. You might know about those kinds of things. She would not allow her mother to leave her side for several sessions because she was too afraid and too emotional. And after a while, she began to open up very, very cautiously. And then eventually her mother could go out in the car, sit in our driveway, but she couldn't drive off. The girl still needed that much security. And she would hardly say anything, really, when by herself. I didn't see anything that was really connecting with her. So I started just telling my story when I was her age and when we were in the mission field in South Africa. I started saying about our family who never could come from the United States to visit us in South Africa, just sharing my past and observing very closely to some subject, some statement, that might connect with her. I told her our family could not make the trip, our uncles and aunts and grandparents, and when I said the single word, uncle, she changed her position, took a breath. Of course, I didn't mention it then, but just took note of it. The next session or two, I intentionally mentioned the word uncle in just conversation. And eventually, she bowed her head, closed within, while tears dropped down her cheeks. She said, "Dr. J, I have to tell you something that I've never shared with anyone before, not even my mother." Oh, they had been previously very close, done lots of things together, shared secrets and so forth, but not this thing. The one word that caught her attention, one short, single, common word, was the word uncle. And she whispered so softly I could barely make out her little words. She said, "When I was a young girl, I was raped many times by my uncle, my mother's brother." A few more sessions went by. I worked with her. We prayed together. I told her some funny stories about my background, about things in Africa and safaris and ants to elephants and when I was her age and so forth. But it was that one word, just one word. Oh, it could have easily been overlooked and then I would have never been able to help her. But attentive, finely tuned listening was the hinge that turned so that I could help her. We moved away. I wondered what happened, of course. Prayed for her from time to time. One day, I received an unusual email from her mother. She said, "Dr. J, I'm just so excited. I've got to tell you something. I can't wait." She said these words, "Thank you for saving my daughter." Wow. She re-enrolled in school, rejoined the cheerleading team, and she just graduated. Yes. Parents, mothers and fathers, grandparents, teachers, people related to those you love of all ages, listen closely. Listen prayerfully. Listen gently. Listen repeatedly. I am totally for families and your family. Thank you.